Welcome to our webinar on optimizing ROI with Klaviyo. I'm Matt Coleborne, CEO of Growth Gurus. Today, we're tackling the essential role of personalization in modern marketing and how Klaviyo takes this to the next level to supercharge your business growth. In a world where personal touch is everything, we'll dive into Klaviyo's predictive analytics and strategic optimizations that are key to increasing lifetime value and boosting ROI. I'm joined by Emily and Travis, seasoned experts in crafting personalized customer journeys and effective marketing strategies. Together, we're here to arm you with cutting-edge techniques, some A/B testing tips, and how best to work with analytics in concert with Klaviyo. Our mission today is simple: to refine your marketing efforts for maximum impact. So let's embark on this journey with Emily, who'll start us off with the powerhouse that personalization is in today's digital marketing landscape. Welcome, Emily.
Thanks, Matt. So personalization is so important for content strategy, and that is true across every industry. We're operating in this market where AI is becoming increasingly important, and customers are realizing that, and there is this demand for communications that is going to feel genuine and human, but also balancing that with customers expecting brands to know who they are and exactly what those customers are looking for. So that's especially true, I think, in personal channels like email and SMS. So there is that expectation that the brand will recognize the customer based on the data that they've already shared, and batch blasting your email list with generic offers or generic product recommendations just isn't going to cut it anymore. So I think the question for a lot of people is, how do we personalize at scale? So I think Klaviyo is a really great tool for helping people and brands identify those different types of customer and track their behavior in a really streamlined way to get a better understanding of who those people are and what they're looking for, and be able to pull out similar threads and categorize them into individual personas. Using personas like the ones that you can see here in this example helps you to create a really holistic, really personalized journey for each of these customer groups, and addresses each of their pain points during that journey without having to batch blast your entire email. So an example that we might look at is the persona Maria here. You know, she's a loyal customer. She's coming back time and time again to purchase with your brand. The way you speak to her is going to look a lot different to the way you speak to someone like John, who's just a window shopper who may not have purchased with your brand before and may need some incentives or additional education to be given that push to move on to conversion. In terms of personalizing your content by segment, I think it's a really powerful part of your strategy, because in the long run, it is going to increase your deliverability. It is going to boost those engagement metrics, your conversions, and really importantly, it's going to boost your customer lifetime value over time and build that sustainable growth. Travis, do you want to say a little bit more about how you can use personalization and maybe apply it in the email strategy?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Emily. I'm super excited about this content. Personalization as a digital marketer and a direct response marketer, we always want that one-to-one communication with the customer. And as you can see, this stat here, 71% of consumers expect companies to deliver personalized interactions. Customers want personalization, and they keep pushing us to the next level to finally get to know them better and understand them better. And so one way we can really tap into personalization is through automations, and Klaviyo really helps out with this. Triggering automations at the exact moment when a customer, let's say, starts engaging with your brand, they click an email, they visit a blog, they've just made a purchase. All these interactions is the perfect time to reach out to them in a series of emails or SMS, even triggering a notification to a sales agent to reach out by phone call. And this helps ROI over the long term, because once they're set up, they keep bringing in the ROI. They need a little bit of maintenance, but over the long term, you don't need to have a team to set up a segment manually and send out a campaign each time. And this helps really personalize that customer journey. We recommend at least one flow at each stage of the customer journey. And here's an example of a keyword response text flow with SMS that a customer can text back and forth responses, and they get a different response. It's all automated, but it feels personal, and it almost emulates them texting back with a friend. So I just want to also talk about the multi-channel balance that you want to have between email, SMS, and even app push. Here's an example with Omnilux of personalizing a campaign. This was one of my favorite examples of really executing the personalization strategy. Based on all the information that we know about a customer, the information that they've shared with us, their age, their reasons for needing an LED device, whether it be acne or wrinkles or even arthritis, we're able to personalize any imagery for either men or women or older audience, and even the products that we're recommending and content blocks as well. So this is a highly personalized approach that you can kind of take as a walk, run approach into this and just start slowly and build little elements at a time. But this is one of my favorite campaigns that we've been doing, and we try to emulate this across a number of other clients as well. And it all starts with collecting the data through email questions, your pop-ups, giveaway survey forms. Collect as much information as possible, because especially in a world that's going away from cookies, owning your own data is ever so important. And Klaviyo helps you owning that data and then utilizing that data to start personalizing the customer communications. We'll also talk a little bit about A/B testing, and this is where Klaviyo also shines. You're able to find the optimal combinations of emails and SMS, even web banners through testing the timing, subject lines, call to actions, even the imagery. And I just want to iterate that looking at sustainable growth for A/B testing and not just your quick wins, but looking over time at kind of those customer lifetime value KPIs will kind of show us what is actually truly making a difference in the flows and campaigns. So I think, Emily, you wanted to talk a little bit more about A/B testing.
Yeah, thanks, Travis. I love that example from Omnilux and from Penn State that you've used here, using that data collection strategy to really hone in and look at the different ways that we can help those customers build out that strategy, but also understanding where the gaps are in that customer journey using A/B testing strategies. So A/B testing really helps us to look at the way that we're communicating with the customers and experiment with different ways of communicating with them to meet them where they are and continually optimize on that conversation. So understanding where to plug those gaps and shape the content that they want to receive will end up influencing our entire content strategy going forward. So looking practically at how we can apply some A/B tests and acquire some of that information, something that we really do recommend is understanding exactly what it is that you want to test and maintaining that. So also having a control variation so that you can test against it is really key. So knowing what you're testing for and having something as a baseline to test against is going to show you the results and be able to optimize from there. So I think that in this example that we have here with the subject lines are a really great win for brands, especially brands who are just starting out with A/B testing. So as much as your email might be as beautiful and as wonderful as it is, unfortunately, if no one sees it because no one clicks through, it's going to go to waste. So having your subject lines be a key part of your content strategy is going to help you with your metrics and with your customer lifetime value overall. So with this example here, you can see that we have the two variations where we're testing a name versus no name. So having small iterations, small changes that we're testing against will really help you build that database and then continuously optimize as you get that information and you build upon it. So it's also good to understand that the results that you see here can be tracked really easily in Klaviyo. So you can go into Klaviyo, you can very clearly see where all of your tests are being held in one simple landing page. So you can look at that at a quick glance. But you can also use some of their predictive analytics and analytics tools in general to further optimize the way that you're A/B testing. So something I'd like to talk about a little bit more is that predictive analytics function and the AI behind it. So Klaviyo allows you to forecast really important metrics such as lifetime value, average time between orders and also churn risk, which really helps us as the content strategists figure out how we can meet the customer where they are, develop upsell or cross-sell strategies. as well as really key win-back strategies. So for any of those customers that are at risk, we can implement different ways to really win them back and make sure that we're meeting them and addressing their pain points much earlier in their journey to try and stop them from making that decision to perhaps unsubscribe. A really good example of this that comes to my mind is using our client HappyBee. So using the customer lifetime predictive analytics in Klaviyo, we saw that there was a significant drop-off at a common time of subscribed customers. And this is a high-value segment that we wanted to hold on to. So targeting those people who were at risk of churning out of the subscription meant that we could help prolong their customer lifetime value as a subscriber and continue to benefit HappyBee over time and produce better revenue for them, as well as build sustainable growth for them over time by keeping hold of those customers and meeting their needs as they arise. Travis, is there anything you'd like to add about Klaviyo's analytics and maybe finding new opportunities?
Sure. Yeah, I love those predictive analytics Klaviyo has. Klaviyo is best in class with their data scientists, and so that data is super powerful. Another way Klaviyo helps us out is through their customer data platform, and really looking at new opportunities through reviewing these analytics by kind of finding those segments or buckets of customers that fit into certain groups that may be like re-engaging or possibly churning as well. So maybe they're falling off. And so utilizing these tools, we're able to trigger certain campaigns or flows to these audiences at that right exact moment when they're needing it most. I just wanted to also talk about how we can really add customer value long-term to increase sustainable growth over the period. So optimizing customer value through certain post-purchase journeys, reward programs, really goes a long way. We can look at these predictive KPIs as kind of goalposts as to the sustainable growth. And so for one example is we're big advocates of a post-purchase activation flow. And it really is geared to maybe scheduling in the use of a certain device or using your software. And it allows the customer to see more value in your product. By using it regularly, they're actually starting to see the benefits. And this will lead to less returns, less cancellations, and more lifetime value and repeat purchase, and also into like referrals. They're going to refer to a friend or a colleague if they are seeing those benefits. So this is where we need to look at sustainable growth over time and through these personalized approaches.
I love the point that you've made here. That's about reminding us that the conversation doesn't end at that first point of sale. So it's a continuous conversation that we need to leverage post-purchase as well and use that personalization to continue to build meaningful connection with someone well into their journey and continue to bring them back. So personalizing that journey at every step, especially in the post-purchase communications, is really important for those brands who do want to optimize customer value and do want to keep them coming back and really build that sustainable growth.
Well, thank you for joining us in exploring the transformative power of Klaviyo for optimizing ROI. Big thanks to Emily and Travis for sharing their expertise on personalized marketing, predictive analytics, and strategic optimization. Today's insights have illuminated the path to not just enhancing customer connections, but also significantly boosting ROI through smart, data-driven strategies. As we close, remember, the journey to maximizing ROI with personalization and analytics is ongoing, and today is just one step towards your mastery. Growth Gurus is here to guide you further. For deeper insights or assistance in applying these strategies, please visit our website and join the conversation. We're dedicated to helping you achieve more personalized, predictive, and profitable success. Thank you all for participating. We're excited for the next steps on this journey towards greater marketing achievements. Until next time, keep pushing the boundaries and exploring new heights in your marketing endeavors.